Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us on the Daytime Update. Now, President Cyril Ramaphosa has lifted the state of national disaster on Monday night. The move comes with the return of near normality for most sectors, including initiation schools. The president's announcement comes in a time for the winter season when most initiation schools open. For more on the state of readiness of these schools, I'm joined by Kgoshi Lameck Mokoena, the Congress of Traditional Leaders of South Africa President. A very good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for your time. What was your reaction as Contralesa following the president's announcement?
Thank you very much, Mpo. Let me apologize for the glitches earlier on. I will deal with them. Someone is trying to bewitch me. I will deal with them. Now, on this question, Madam, we welcome the announcement by the President on the lifting of the national state of disaster. And as you rightly said, one of the items that was seriously affected by the COVID-19 was the customary initiations practice. We are so excited that finally the President deemed it fit to lift the disaster management. Now, we have sensitized our people that the initiation schools will continue this season. Continuing, but it won't be a free-for-all, or it will be, we are going to make sure that whoever will be given permission to run the school, they follow all the stipulated protocols. We're going to make sure that they will continue as though we're still having COVID. It won't be business as usual. If one principal of that particular school used to have, for example, 100 kids, 100 machines, this time we'll make sure we scale down to make sure that our kids are safe. We are ready, Mpo, and we have sensitized all traditional leaders to say, give people permit, only those who have experience, not those who want to try and learn to do this practice by exploiting people's kids. Mpo?
You make mention of some aspects on how this will affect the initiation season, especially as we come from a time where recently or previously traditional school leaders were saying that they were not consulted initially about the lockdown and that they will only stop initiations once the president explicitly says that they must. Now, looking back at that and where we're going now in terms of the practices that will be, some stringent measures that will be put in place to ensure that we don't lose young men as they go out to initiation schools. What processes are in place there with averting deaths?
A good question, Mpo. What we have done is to invite relevant departments, i.e. Department of Health and COGTA, to be part of the process in terms of monitoring. Because there were times where some of the Ingoma holders or principals of those schools refused departments or doctors to go and assist when there are challenges at those schools. But now we said if anyone is not going to cooperate in terms of allowing department officials to come there, unfortunately that person, even if they're given a permit, we're going to withdraw that permit. And we said to those ones, at that school, we are not going to treat our initiates as if they're going to the military school. They are our young kids. Kgoshi Mokoena, I've been to this school in 1970. I can't expect a 15-year-old to be treated like when I was treated in 1970. It cannot be. And one other thing we said, we're going to make sure as traditional leaders, there will be a dedicated team that will monitor as what is happening there. And we want to get reports on daily basis as what is happening. And Mpo, you'll be surprised, we took a decision that if we discover that any of the Ingoma holders is not adhering to what we are saying, we are going to close that school, take those initiates, put them in an initiation school where they are safe.
Thank you so much, Kgoshi Lameck Mokoena. I hate to interrupt you, but thank you for your time. Contralesa's president speaking to the initiation schools with the lockdown, of course, the state of disaster falling away.